Well, we've recently just heard from the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, and I must stress that it's unconfirmed, but they've issued a statement in which they say that 80 soldiers have been killed and some 200 have been injured at the one American base that was hit in the early hours of this morning. But we are receiving conflicting reports. We've heard from the Pentagon that none of its soldiers were killed, and as for the other foreign countries that are also taking place in the coalition against Islamic State, we've heard from Norway, Denmark, Australia and the United Kingdom, all of whom had soldiers at this base Al-Assad that was hit in the early hours of this morning, all these countries saying that their soldiers are safe. We're hearing also from the Iraqi military that there are no casualties. So at this stage, it remains to be seen exactly how many, if any, soldiers were injured this morning. The Iranians say that they fired off some 22 ballistic missiles. The target was two Iraqi bases where these foreign troops are currently employed. The one base in the north of the country, Erbil, did not receive any damage. The missiles landed in a nearby field, but it was this other base just outside Baghdad that has seen some extensive damage. The operation has been dubbed Martyred Suleiman. We have, however, heard from the country's foreign minister, Javad Zarif, who has justified the Iranian strike, saying that they are proportionate, they're in line with the UN Charter clause that allows and calls for self-determination, and that Iran does not want to escalate and see a confrontation with the United States, but that it will defend itself if it has to.
Iran took and concluded proportionate measures in self-defense under Article 51 of UN Charter, targeting base from which cowardly armed attack against our citizens and senior officials were launched. We do not seek escalation or war, but will defend ourselves against any aggression.
The Iranian Revolutionary Guard, defending its activities, earlier it issued a statement in which it said that it would retaliate even further if the United States or any of its allies in the Middle East respond to its strikes earlier this morning.
We warn the great Satan, the arrogant American regime, that any further malice or mobilization will result in a more painful response. Allies of the US government, which have given their bases to the terrorist army of that country, are warned that any territory used for hostile acts against Iran will be targeted.
Now, we're starting to hear reaction from the international community. India and Pakistan have both exercised or called for extreme caution, urging their citizens there to avoid non-essential travel to Iran, while the Philippines has now started a compulsory evacuation of its citizens, and the United Kingdom has condemned Iran, urging Iran not to repeat what it calls reckless and dangerous attacks. The ongoing concern, of course, is that the situation could escalate and we could see a potential showdown between some of the major powers here in the region.